Hello everyone, welcome to another live, a weekly live here at my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me. I'm so glad you guys are here. In today's video, I'm going to be taking just a couple or a few of my ink blending combo samples, those little tiny pieces of cardstock that I've been sharing with you guys with different colors all combined. Going to be taking some of those and turning them into cards. Why not? I know a lot of you like to make the samples here. I'll just show them to you, because just in case you're not familiar, these samples that I made with all my ink blending combos. So I know there are some of you who like to make the ink blending samples and then save them, maybe put the names of the colors on the back. I actually just refer back to my photos that I have on Instagram for any of those ink blending combos. So I really don't do anything with all of these samples. So I thought, you know what, why don't I turn them into cards? There's a few different things you can do with little pieces like this. And so we're going to jump into it. And we're going to get going. I'm going to be using brand new products from Simon Says Stamp's latest release. So if you see anything that I'm using that you want to pick up or go shopping for, I have a link in the very top line of the video description, or I think it's the second line actually. So, like I said, I have all these fun combos. You know what? I probably should have written the names on the back because now I'm like, what colors did I use? I can probably guess though, or I could go through my Instagram and figure it out. But so many fun combos. Let's see. There's one more video to share with you guys. In fact, it's probably in here now that I think about it. What's the last color? Salvage Patina. Yeah, these are in here. You might get a sneak peek. So I have one right here. I think we'll do this one first, where I'm going to put the center, like right in put the ink blending thing right in the center. And I'm going to have a large floral stamp that's going to go right across the card. It's going to be stamped in black on the white card base, and then it will be white heat embossed in the center over the ink blending. This one could be really, really pretty. I love that one. I believe this one was, oh gosh, Saltwater Taffy, Seedless Preserves, and Chip Sapphire. I think that could be really, really pretty. Let's do that one. For this first card, I'm using this stamp set. It's called Mom's Spring Flowers. I thought this really large floral greeting would, you know, go right over the center of that really, really well. All right, so this is one of the sticky mats from My Sweet Petunia. Okay, if I can get the coating off of it. And I'll be able to stamp right in the center of this piece of A2 cardstock. And I'm just gonna line it up. Actually, you know what? It's really hard to see these lines. Let's do this. Much better. Okay. So I will put my A2 card, let's put it like right here. Line that up really well. Okay, now you can see how it's not completely the same dimensions all the way around, right? So I'm thinking I might want to just cut this a little bit shorter so that it is the perfect dimensions around. I need to just take off a 1/4 inch. I should be able to have it perfectly centered. Oh, there we go. And you know what? I think I'm going to turn this actually, because on my sketch, I don't know if you guys saw it, but I plan to have a greeting here at the bottom, and it's going to be white on vellum. So yeah. Irma's asking, what size did you make the swatches? The swatches were exactly half of an A2 sized card front, just because I have a bunch of those pre-cut. So they were actually, let's see, 4 1/4 tall by 2 3/4 wide. So I just had to take a little 1/4 inch off of this one just to make it sit just right. So just to keep them completely centered, I'm just gonna use some Easy C tape and just tape those on there. So that's not gonna move around at all. Lovely. Now I'm gonna take my large floral stamp. Yeah, because it's gonna hang off the edge of the card, right? These leaves are going past the card front just barely. All right, so I'll pick this up. Oh. Okay, there we go. We made it, and it didn't move too much. I'm going to take my anti-static powder tool, which is the Cottontail from Rabbit Hole Designs, or the Rabbit Hole Designs. This is a new one to me. I've been using it a while, but you have to prime it like that a few times. And then it has a little bit of powder in there. Just gonna go right across this. Hopefully not too much powder is getting on my sticky mat and making it not sticky. Get my Versamark on here. And then stamping down, I'm gonna use the Stampin' Bug glider just to get a really good impression. Mostly just right over the center. Oh, that's so pretty. Quite a few of you came in after I started. I'm using my ink blending combo samples. Oh no, my fan's on. It's blowing everywhere. I'm using my ink blending combo samples to create some cards. Okay, and then I'll hit with my powder, or not my powder tool, hello, my heat tool. So pretty. All right, I'm gonna take that Easy C tape off. Now I'm going to come back to my MISTI, and I really should have just used my card front when I was getting things positioned in here, because that would have been the easiest thing to do. I wasn't thinking that far ahead. But I'm going to take my VersaFine ink, which, by the way, months ago they updated their ink pad so it no longer has the flip top. It's now like the regular whole thing, the whole lid removes. I'm getting an order from Simon today. I had to buy myself a new one, so I'm not showing you guys this old version, which a lot of you guys hated because it was messy. I've always had no problems with it, but okay. And then I'll come and stamp this directly down onto this card front. Oh, gorgeous. I'm using Tombow Extreme Adhesive, and I'm trying to get the adhesive as close to the edge as possible so that I don't have any edges kind of curling up on the edge of my card. Now, like I said before, it would have been smarter for me to go ahead and just stamp directly on the card front. That would have been a better idea, and I would have saved a lot of paper, but I wasn't thinking that far ahead. So. Okay, now I just have to get this lined up just right so that it matches. I think that's just about right. I've seen a lot of people make cards similar to this, and I've always been like, that looks so fun. I want to make that. All right, the greeting I'm using today, this one right here. It's called Spring in My Step. Isn't that a great stamp set? We're going to use it a couple times today. I thought this I Got You would look really nice down here at the bottom. Or you could even do the Hello Gorgeous. The Hello Gorgeous would be pretty too. And we're going to be stamping on vellum. Zoom out a little more so you can see what I'm doing. All right, I'll just stamp it down here in the bottom corner. And I'll use my anti-static powder tool again, so I'll just prime it. I love it. It's like a makeup brush. And then using some more Versamark. So this is Brutus Monroe Sterling. That's the color. To wait till my fan oscillates a different direction. There we go. Sure, it's nice. All right, we'll heat this up till it's melted. Heat embossing on vellum always looks so amazing. Get ready to cut this. So I use the Anna Griffin Empress machine, and you're technically not supposed to cut into the magnetic mat, but I started doing it and I haven't stopped, and I love it because it holds just so well. And I, very rarely do I need to, hold on, you're going to see my head for a minute. Very rarely do I need to tape things down anymore. Yeah, that looks about right. Beautiful. Let's see, do I want it popped up or do I want it straight down? You know, popped up, it's a little bit more legible. So let's do that. I'm going to use little itty bits of foam tape, if I can find my Dari's foam tape strips. Here we are. Which, by the way, are retired. They're discontinued. I'm so sad. I went to order more of these little tiny narrow foam strips, and they're no longer in the Simon store. And I was like, what is going on? So I texted my friend Heidi. She's the one that owns Simon. And I was like, what is going on? She said, yeah, they don't make it anymore. Talk about devastation. I'm being dramatic, but you guys get the idea. So what I'm doing is just putting probably just a few little bits of foam tape behind the embossing. All right, and then let's make sure this is straight. There we go. I wanted to do a card where it's got the blending in the center. There'll be a tiny little greeting, and then I'm going to use this die set from the new release and have these in white kind of framing the blending piece. The only stamping that I need to do on this one in particular is just a greeting right in the center. And I think the gradings that I've chosen to use might look better in landscape. Let's see. Yeah, I think I will use this one. Just one of these really small, dainty greetings. I think just saying hello would look really pretty. Okay, before I stamp this, remember how I had to cut this one down just by 1/4 of an inch to make sure that it was perfectly centered in my card? I'm gonna go do that for this one as well. Oh, I don't want to get rid of the villainous potion or the twisted citron. Oh, okay. We will take 1/8 off each end. And then I don't have to lose too much of either. Oh yeah, that was a good compromise. Okay, first the mark. And if I'm quick, my fan won't blow powder everywhere. Love that. So I'm using the Olive Leaves dies. Oh, they're so cute. And my foam tape is over here. You guys, seriously, my craft room is a disaster right now. It hasn't had a really good clean since January. We were almost in April, Christina. Like, you need to clean your craft room. I had to laugh. My husband came through the other day and he's like, I have a really great idea. I'm like, yeah. He's like, what if you know, he's like, I'm not saying that. He's like, I'm fine with the clutter, whatever. But I know you feel better when your craft room is clean. What if you cleaned it? I'm like, I know. Oh, and here he is coming out. Did you hear me talking about you? I was telling them how you told me that you thought I should clean my craft room because you know I feel better when it's clean.
I was just going to come in here and like do a cat call whistle.
Oh. Well, thank you. Yeah, I was trying to grab my foam tape and I had a tower of things and the foam tape was on the bottom, and when I took the foam tape out, everything fell. So that was fun.
I thought I need to play Jenga with you.
Yeah, Jenga, pretty much. Okay, so I'm centering this on my card base. Make sure, yeah, the fold's at the top. Okay. And then I just got to figure out where exactly. Oh, you guys. I love this so much. All right, I think I'm just going to put them right here. But, oh, do I want them popped up a little bit? I might. You guys, it's so cute. I'm not going to pop them up because when I mail this in, I don't want to have even more dimension. Like this one, the card from earlier, that one has a lot more dimension just because I've got like 2 layers, but let's not do that this time. Okay, I'll just put little dots and dabs of glue everywhere else. Okay. All right, so very carefully. I love it. I feel like I need to whisper for this part. Okay. Yeah, I do like it like that. It just looks more finished to me. Oh, and you know what? Just because I can't help myself. I just can't help myself. This is totally that situation with that TikTok audio. Don't do it, girl. I'm not going to do it. I'm just thinking about it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I did it. Oh, I love the little dots. Okay, I'm stepping away. I have to stop. Okay, so those are the 2 cards. I did have a third idea, but I'm running out of time here. I wanted to keep it to about an hour. What was my third idea? Oh, it's an easy one. Talk about minimalist. And I'm so glad Kathy's here because it's using her stamp set. So I'm going to set this aside and let the white dry. In fact, it's all just stamping. So it's going to be great. I'm using Kathy's stamp set. This one. Ta-da! I noticed earlier that like this cut of cardstock is the perfect size for the large paper hugs. Right? It's amazing. It's a little too small for some of these bigger ones, but the paper hugs is perfect. So let's pick out another ink blending. Hit that with my Versamark again. Waiting for my fan to move away. Okay. Oh, I was too soon. Love it. Okay. All right, right in the center. Seriously, how this could not be more perfect for that little branch. Can't believe I almost didn't make this card. Seriously, I did it in 10 minutes. But granted, I did already have my ink blend done. So here are my 3 cards for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I love how these turned out. And I mean, seriously, to do 3 cards in 1 hour is kind of amazing. But it's only because I already had these ink blended pieces in my stash. So if you just feel like ink blending a bunch one day, go for it. Save it for another day, and then you can finish your cards later. Love it. Let me know down in the comments, which is your absolute favorite? You know, which one would you love to receive or to send out to your loved ones? And thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you check out all the supplies that I use down below in the video description and the brand new release over at simonstamp.com. And I will see you guys very soon for the last Oxide ink blending combo. You know, for now anyway, I'll be all caught up with all the colors. This ink blend is in it. We talked about it a little bit today. This ink blend is in it with Salvage Patina. So make sure you come back and check that out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video very soon.